Alright guys, what is going on? We've got a brand new workout coming at you. This right here is week one of the Day One program. For those of you that don't know, the Day One program is a program I put together where I am constantly showing you modifications to make your exercises a little more challenging or more manageable depending upon your fitness level. So this right here is going to be a full workout. You'll be able to go ahead and make it to round one if you watch this on YouTube. But if you are watching this on my Patreon page, you will get not only round one and two, but also exclusive content, including the finishers that come thereafter. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into our warm-up. The warm-up is very simple. Follow along with me on this one. Show and go style for this workout. So I show you and you go. We're going to reach across that body, getting that trunk twist, that rotation, warming up that thoracic spine. You can reach those arms out. You can keep those hands on those hips, whatever works best. Keeping it here for 5 more seconds. Then we've got your pogo hops in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on those feet. Now you can hop into this, but if this is a little too much on those knees, ankles, or hips, feel free to go ahead and get a calf raise instead. We're keeping here 5 more seconds, taking it front to back in 3, 2, 1. Now if you're front to back hop, you can go ahead, hop on both feet. You can step into it and step back. You can go ahead and just keep it moving. 5 more seconds, and then we're taking it side to side in 3, 2, 1. Side to side hop, side to side step, whatever works best for you. Keep those bodies moving. Get those feet going across that body. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. And then we're going into those butt kicks. Remember, too much on the knees, hips, or ankles. Keep to that lateral step. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Heel snap booty. Get those heels up towards those glutes. Getting that dynamic stretch in those quads. You can step into this. You can run into it. Just keep it going for 4. Knees up front in 3, 2, 1. Drive the knees up. Pump the arms. Get those knees as high as you can. Now, if you're not digging this, you can march into it or make it more of a knee hug if you want to slow it down and focus on that mobility. Keep it going for 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got a step over with a knee drive. Now, this step over knee drive, this is meant to focus on loading up the hamstring and that glute as well as that balance. Not digging the skip. No worries. Tap the toe, drive the knee. This right here will hit a lot of the same muscles, but not nearly as intense on that balance challenge. For 3, 2, 1. Get that knee around town, step it out. Drop that knee and hip nice and low. Bring it around town. Drop that hip and knee nice and low. Keeping that chest high. Driving those hips back. A lot of times we'll want to do that lunge, will come out here. It's a lot of pressure on that knee. Sit those hips back behind you. Bring it on in. Hit the other side. Chest nice and tall for 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your feet together. We've got what we call up squats. With your up squats, you're counting at the very top. We're not looking for range of motion here. We're looking for tempo. So keep that focus on those quads, hips back in it, and bounce with that count. See how deep you can get in that squat to keep the tempo with me. Aiming for 10. Ready, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm circles going forward, feet moving. Arm circles growing with every rotation. Keep those feet moving, but keep it short and choppy. All right? We're not looking for high knees here. Really focus on the range of motion in the shoulders. And do me a favor, put your palms up and reverse that arm circle. Now you're driving the arm circles back counterclockwise or whatever direction that is. I don't even know right now. Keep it going. Let those arm circles get a little bit bigger. Once they're as big as you can make them, bring them up. Drop them down. Biceps to ears, hands past those hips. For 3, 2, 1. Love yourself, hug yourself, hug yourself, love yourself. Bring those arms across that chest. Keep it right here, 5 more seconds. T-pose. In 3, 2, 1. Arms out to the side, stop those feet. When I say down, slap those hard-working thighs. Ready? Down. 10 jumping jacks coming your way. Count at the very top. Coming on back down. Now, if the jumping jack is not for you, you can step into it instead. Keeping it right here in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, feel free to go ahead and just jog it out while I explain to you what's going to be happening up next. This right here is a full workout. If you're watching on that Patreon page, you can always go ahead, piece some of these together on my YouTube as well. But first up, we have got your iso lunge with a bicep curl. Now, if a classic lunge bothers your knees or hips, no worries. You can always go ahead, keep the rear leg straight. This takes some of the pressure off of that knee. You're gonna go ahead, bring the weights up, right down, up, right down. Now, if you want to up the intensity, you can drop that knee down a little bit, get that very same action, keeping it right here for that 25 seconds. That's right, folks. Only 25 seconds to work on this workout, and then we're moving on to the next move. 5 movements, 3 times through them, aim for a total of 15 going from there. Let's go ahead and kick this off. 25 seconds on. Iso lunge with that bicep curl in 3, 2, go. Now, remember, you drop that knee and hip, it's gonna put that pressure, that weight on the quad of that rear leg. So if you find this isn't for you, scoot that leg back, keep that rear leg straight, but keep that chest up. Boom, pow, boom, pow. 7 more seconds here, and then we have got your alternating leg raise on the ground in 2, 1, done. Put those dumbbells down, taking it to the floor. We're gonna raise one leg at a time. Reach if you like in 3, 2, 1. Now, if there's any of you on the ground, or not getting on the ground, I should say, feel free to go ahead. Keep it standing with an alternating leg raise with that kick action. It's gonna hit a lot of the same muscles in those abs, but it's not gonna be nearly as intense as taking it to the ground. So keep it right here with that leg raise for 10 more seconds. And then we've got your dumbbell lateral raise in 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Go ahead, grab those dumbbells. One in each hand, something a little bit lighter in this case. Chest nice and tall. We've got your lateral raise. Leading with the elbows on this one. A lot of times we do this number. That right there is not really hitting the shoulder points that we're aiming for. We're aiming for the middle of those shoulders, less the rear delts. So keep the chest tall. Maybe go for a staggered stance. Lead with that elbow. Keeping it here for 7 more seconds. And if this bothers the shoulders, go for a shrug instead. For 3, 2, 1. Next up, we're down on the ground, hip bridge over the shoulder reach. We're down on the ground, heels flat, drive the hips up, tap over the shoulder, bring it back, tap over the shoulder, bring it back. If this is not for you, no worries, come on up. We're instead gonna go for a squat with an overhead reaching rotation. Boom, boom. This is still gonna hit those obliques with that rotation, still hit those hips with those squats. So keep going for 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That's exercise 4. Next up, final movement, jumping jacks. Hands over those ears, feet out to the side in 2, 1. Not taking the hop, no worries. Feel free to step into each one. Just keep those hips drawn in, chest nice and high, reach those hands nice and high, keeping it here for 13 seconds. And then we're jumping in, back at the very top. So find where those dumbbells are. Get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1, done. Grabbing those dumbbells. Now whatever leg was out front, make sure you're hitting the other side this time. Chest nice and high, knee nice and low if you got it. Curl it up, right back down. Now remember, if this isn't for you, say the knee drop is a little too much on that knee or hip, big step back, keep that rear leg straight, chest over that hip line. Boom, pow, boom, pow. Keeping it right here for 10 more seconds. And then we've got that classic alternating leg raise in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Dumbbells out the way. Now remember, for those of you not on the ground, raise the leg, in 3, 2, 1. Now for those of you that are on the floor, we're gonna take it down to the ground, driving that low back into the floor. Raise one heel, tap the shin, raise the other heel, tap the shin. Flexing your feet will engage those hips, that lower abdomen area, keeping it going for 7 more seconds. And then we're into that classic lateral raise with those dumbbells in 2, 1. Grab those dumbbells, one in each hand. Chest nice and high, raise it up, bring it down. Lead with those elbows on this one, folks. You want to keep those palms facing down towards the ground the entire time. Keep your wrists straight. You don't want to let them flex into this. You want to make sure those wrists stay straight. If the weight's too heavy, no worries. Just go ahead. Go for that shrug that I pointed out before. This will hit a lot of the same areas, especially if you keep that chest up. Chest up. Raise it up for 2, 1, done. Taking it down to the ground. Hip bridge, over shoulder reach. Remember, if you're standing, squat, rotate, reach over that head. Maybe a club grip. Boom, return, squat, drive, boom, return. It's almost like a reverse wood chop. For those of us on the ground though, plant those heels under those knees. Reach over the shoulder, tap. Reach over the shoulder, tap. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes like you're trying to get your glutes to touch your heels here. This right here will make sure that you don't end up just scooting your way across your living room floor or whatever floor you're on. For 2, 1, and we're up. Jumping jacks. Hands over those ears. Step into it. Hop into it. In 2, 1. Now, the tempo and speed of this is based on you. Can your apartment or wherever you're jumping around withstand you jumping around, absorbing that shock? Do you need to step into it? That's fine too. Just keep that body moving for 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. One more time through. ISO lunge with that bicep curl. We're gonna switch sides at about 15 seconds. Well, it's closer to 13. Either way, chest up, boom, boom, boom. Now when it comes to a bicep curl, you don't wanna move your elbows. This makes it more of a shoulder action and a full arm curl. We're looking at bicep work here, so keep those elbows pinned right behind those ribs and switch it up. A little more than halfway through that 25 seconds, but that's fine. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Started feeling that burn in those biceps myself. Not sure about you guys. Next up, alternating leg raise. Remember, if you're standing, boom, boom, boom. 3, 2, 1. If you're on the ground, don't forget, let those heels rest. One side, other side. But if you want to turn up on this, let those heels hover. One side, other side, maybe even reaching for the toes. Not digging that. Keep that low back on the ground and keep that back nice and safe. Whether you're letting those heels rest on the ground or letting them hover, rock it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming on up, dumbbell lateral raise. Check it out. Even if you don't have dumbbells, you can still drive the pinkies out, bring them right back down. Thumbs pointed down at the ground, pinkies pointing out and away from you. Keep it going for 20 seconds. Then, we're going right into that hip bridge over the shoulder reach. Keeping it right here. 13 seconds. And remember, if this is still not for you, just stick to the shrugs. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next up, hip bridge over the shoulder reach. Remember, if you're not on the ground, you're gonna go ahead, squat down, over the shoulder reach, squat down, over the shoulder chop, boom, boom, boom. If you are on the ground, take it down to the floor, heels under those knees, reach, reach, reach. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. Belly button into that spine, glutes nice and tight, hamstrings activated. Reach for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're up. Next up, we've got your jumping jacks, last set, last move, best move. In 2, 1, go. Keeping it right here. 20 seconds. Remember, if you're not digging the hop, that's fine. Step into each one. We're gonna keep this going for 15 seconds. We're almost there. Rock it out. For 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. That is all she wrote, ladies and gents. You go ahead, get yourself a drink of water. We're gonna get ready for round 2. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, that's all she wrote. But for those of you on my Patreon, get ready. We're kicking this off in just a few seconds.